What's up, guys? Today we're talking about optimal training and should you do optimal training and when not to do optimal training, when I don't do optimal training, and things like that. And let's just get into the topic so we can keep this kind of shorter on the video side. So let's first of all talk about optimal training. What is optimal training? Optimal training is a process where you define certain methods of use for training, basically, that are optimal for you specifically and that are going to enhance whatever you're doing, sort of like powerlifting or hypertrophy and things like that. So that is optimal training. Training in a way that allows you to maximize gains in your specific sport. That would be optimal training, effectively. Why do we do optimal training? Well, as I explained, it's to get maximum results without not wasting time. And then you usually apply this incest in your program for you specifically, whatever you're doing. You train in your own optimal way. Now, the whole point of this video was to talk about should you optimally train, not really talk about optimal training as in how to do it or whatever. I just wanted to explain what it is first of all, and then I wanted to go into should you do it, why I don't do it always, and so on. Now, right now, I'm not training so much for strength, I'm training for hypertrophy. And the reason I don't always do optimal training anymore, especially in this program that I designed for hypertrophy for myself, it's basically a program where I've taken some of the best knowledge that I have personally and knowledge from other people and applied it in my own program and tailored to my own experience and what works for me, the best movements I like doing that are the best for me and the best for hypertrophy. And I kind of take those and I put it in my program. But I also have lifts in my program which are definitely not optimal for hypertrophy. Like I might have on a deadlift, like lower day on a Friday, I might have starting off top set conventional deadlifts. You know, it's not optimal. I would much prefer for optimal training, I would do Romanian deadlifts, for example, as the top set and for high reps. And then I would get that would be optimal training for me probably. But instead I do heavy conventional deadlifts, maybe for a top triple or a top 5. And yeah, that will still get me gains and strength gains, but it's not as optimal for hypertrophy for sure. But that's just personally for me, I just enjoy doing conventional deadlifts and I kind of want to keep training the movement of doing conventional. And again, I just like doing the movement, so I like to keep it in my program even though it's not optimal. That's basically what I am kind of referencing with this video is it's okay to not do everything optimally, and it's okay to have some like fun lifts in your program that still get you gains and jacked, but they're not like so like, oh fucking you gotta go out and do this optimal training, otherwise you're not gonna get jacked and stacked. Bro, why aren't you training optimally, and so on, you know. That's my whole point with this video is I feel like a lot of people have that mindset, oh, you always need to train optimally and everything needs to be perfect. But you know, I get that, and you know, I do think the beauty of like powerlifting or bodybuilding is the fact that you kind of tailor these minor little details and you get the best result. And you know, if you want to do that completely, that's fine. But I also think there needs to be a fun aspect to lifting and enjoyable aspect to lifting at the end of the day, because that's what it's about, to have fun and to enjoy a sport and to have longevity in your training, in my humble opinion. And there's a lot of people who say this like they get upset if you're not training optimally, and they like comment on whatever social platform, maybe on your under your stuff, like if you're going through a walkthrough or something on your training, they'll comment like, that's not optimal, dude. Then it's like, well, for me personally, they obviously don't know me, but they're commenting this because in their opinion it's not optimal. And in this case, it's kind of a case of, well, I know it's not optimal, but that's what I like doing. But I feel like a lot of people have this, it's the same thing with kind of the forum guys, the forum police. the people who are like, oh bro, this is not perfect form, this is not perfectly optimal, you know. It's sometimes it's valid criticism, but usually it's more like just weird people being upset. And my message for this video is pretty much just, yes, optimal training is definitely important, and optimizing your training is 100% important. But remember to actually have some fun with lifting as well, and include some things that you actually enjoy doing at the gym, so that you can keep going and keep consistent with it, because that's the whole point, is to have fun and keep consistency in it and get gains at the same time. And that's the way I program for myself, is so that I have that fun aspect and I have that lifting aspect in there, that I still get the gains. And that's really what it's all about for me. And that's pretty much it for this video. I just wanted to kind of open up on this optimal training topic a little bit. It's not really a video about optimal training and explaining and going through it and so on, but I just wanted to put my opinion out here on this topic, and I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you for watching, and if you have any questions, leave them down below. If there's a will, there's a way to achieve anything you want.